Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to the Daily Show here on the Gray Main Gaming channel. I hope you are having a magical start to your weekend eve, as we like to call it around here. That means it's Thursday. We're not doing any Jedi mind tricks because that would put us right back at the beginning of the week, and we don't want to go there. No. We don't want to do that, but not much to talk about today as far as Dreamlight Valley goes. There's no new news. We reset the premium shop yesterday to no avail. Everything was a repeat. But there are a few people that grabbed some stuff that they wanted to get, so that's good. Always good when you get a repeat and you actually want the stuff. So there are, of course, many people who may have missed the wings or whatever else is there that they wanted to recapture and got it this time. So congratulations if that is you. Speedstorm, of course, is coming out, and that's going to be I can't wait for that game. We've talked about that. I will be participating and hopefully racing a few of my subscribers on the show. That's going to be so much fun. Tomorrow starts another Diablo 4 beta on the channel. Going to be trying out the Druid and doing it on the PS5 instead of the PC, so it should be a little better because I think Diablo 4 was made for consoles and is a PC port from consoles. So I'm going to try it on the PS5 and decide which one that I like better. I'm probably going to go with PS5. I'd rather be, on my couch and playing a game than behind a desk somewhere or whatnot. We have a few other things to talk about here once we get past those stories. We got, let's see, Diablo 4, yeah. Oh, I watched Star Trek Picard. I'm all caught up with that last night. I watched the new episode of The Mandalorian. I'm all caught up with that. I'm almost done watching The Legend of Vox Machina. Awesome show if you like Dungeons and Dragons. It's based on a lot of the D&D lore and has the people from Critical Role who are the characters on there. Very, very good animated show if you like Dungeons and Dragons. I absolutely love Dungeons and Dragons, so I enjoy The Legend of Vox Machina. As far as The Mandalorian goes, it's just not, I'm not jiving with it this season. And I'm not going to spoil anything, so don't worry. I'm not going to create any spoilers, but the episodes are very, very short, half an hour where they used to be almost an hour. And I get it. I mean, you can pack things into half an hour fine. There's a lot of sitcoms that do it. And it does tell the small stories and stuff, but I'm just not jiving with it. From what I understand, a lot of people aren't jiving with it because last week's episode was the lowest rated and lowest watched episode of The Mandalorian that there was to date. I don't know how last night's episode is going to fare. I guess we will find out in the next few hours when the amount of watchers is revealed. And Star Trek Picard I absolutely love. So I guess there's those people who believe you're either Star Trek or Star Wars. Now, I don't know what you people are. You can tell me in the comments. Do you like Star Trek or do you like Star Wars? I'm kind of like, it depends. It depends. Because there are some Star Trek movies I like better than some Star Wars movies. It depends on what we're talking about. If we're comparing The Mandalorian to, say, Star Trek Discovery, I like Star Wars better. If we're comparing Picard this season to this season's Mandalorian, I like Picard better. So I guess it's all kind of relative to what I'm watching and what it's going up against. Now, in general, the movies, the old Star Wars movies with Harrison Ford, I will probably take those over the original Star, except for the Wrath of Khan. But the rest of the Star Trek movies, I would take Star Wars over the original Star Treks. The first Star Trek I found as a child, I'm not saying if I watched it now, I would, but as a child, I found it extremely boring. I didn't want to sit through it. In fact, I don't even recall where I saw it. It might have been on TV. But I did see it as probably like a teenager because I like sci-fi and I like Star Wars and all those kind, the Battlestar Galacticas and all that stuff. But the first Star Trek movie, no. I'll take Star Wars over that. The Wrath of Khan was pretty good with Ricardo Montalban. Him. Greetings, my name is Mr. Rourke, your host. Welcome to Fantasy Island. You know that guy? Yeah, him. He was cool. He was very cool, and he had his assistant tattoo. Deep plane. Yeah, I remember that show. I saw it in reruns, but it was hilarious. Absolutely loved it. But yeah, good shows. But yeah, I guess Star Wars will always edge out Star Trek for me. I like Star Trek, and I love the movies. I love the one where they went and saved the whales. I thought that was awesome. But I guess Star Wars will edge out just a little bit, tiny bit, edge out Star Trek. All right, let's talk about Kristy Crow. Kristy posted on my Facebook, and we talked about this a few months back. Kristy posted on my Facebook about legislation that they're trying to pass in California for Assembly Bill 595, also known as Bowie's Law. Now, we talked about Bowie, I think right before Christmas or so, where this 12-week-old puppy ended up in the shelter in LA County, the Baldwin Park shelter. And I remember specifically when it happened, and we were talking about the Baldwin Park shelter because a lot of people from California who were watching on the channel had mentioned that they know where it is. I think one person lived within a few minutes of it. And I said, please call this shelter and ask them, what are you people doing? They murdered a 12-week-old puppy. He was scared, and he had an adopter. They had a person or a group lined up. He was saved, and they still killed him. I don't want to really say that. They euthanized him. Okay? 12 weeks old. So because of that incident in California, they are trying to pass a bill in the assembly called Bowie's Law, where they have to give 72-hour notice of intent to euthanize. Now, I want them to do more than that, okay? And some people will probably say, Gray, you're never happy. I'm not going to be happy until there's no euthanization. So you're right, I'm never happy. But this is a step forward, okay? This is better than what we have now. Something in place that at least offers some kind of protection. So please, if you live in California, all you have to do is this one thing. And that's call your assembly person and tell them to support Bill 595, also known as Bowie's Law. All you have to do is this one thing to save lives, right? Call your local assembly person. In California, this is if you're in California. This won't help if you live in North Dakota, but call your local assembly person in California, especially if you're in the LA County area. But it goes for all of California, but please call them and ask them to support Assembly Bill 595, also known as Bowie's Law. That's all it takes. to save lives. That's all you need to do. This one thing to save a life or more, to save lives. Let's say lives, not a life, but save lives. All right, so thank you, Kristy, she posted that on my Facebook. There's a video of this, like a news spot of it that she posted on my Facebook. If you want to go watch it, it's very interesting and it's very sad, and it's very needless. It's very unnecessary, and Baldwin Park should be ashamed of themselves for even considering euthanizing a 12-week-old healthy puppy. What the blank is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you people? You're animals. I just can't fathom. I can't begin to even consider what these people are like in real life, we can sit on the internet and chat about them, but what are they like in real life? What kind of people are these? It's scary to think about that people have this in their hearts, that this need to, I don't know. It really bothers me that people can do. I think it would affect a person. I think we had, who was it the other day that was talking about one of her friends, I'm trying to, but one of their friends worked at a shelter and had the responsibility of dispatching animals. And it does not sit well with a lot of them. It messes up your head because people aren't meant to do that every day. You aren't meant to see things, I don't want to put it in a crude way, but you're just not meant to watch that every day. It has to get to you, you'd have to be pretty heartless if it didn't, right? You'd have to be pretty heartless. One other thing I wanted to mention, and I wonder where I saw it at, there, on Twitter. One of the, I don't know if it was in Iowa or Idaho, but one of these animal shelters, let me look really quick, is still using gas chambers. If you know that one of your shelters is using the barbaric practice of gas chambers, please call them and tell them to stop. I didn't think that was still illegal or legal. So I don't know, but we will. I'm trying to read where it was at, but I don't find it anymore. So I guess it's something we'll have to talk about some other time. It's probably best that we don't talk about that on this channel because it's so horrific. There's an animal in where is this at? Tennessee. If you want to look, named Ajax. What a beautiful dog. Ajax must exit on 323 by 4 p.m. Looking for a rescue or foster or a home. And is at the, where are you at, my friend? While we're here, I might as well just go ahead and read it. He's at the email is at mas@memphistn.gov. Rescue email is at the same, masrescue@memphistn.gov. So that's mass rescue, MAS rescue, at memphistn, so that means Tennessee, of course, .gov. And you can call the number 901-636-1416, extension number 2. He's a stray. He looks like he might be, he's a black and white, looks like a pit bull. Or some kind of bully dog. Beautiful animal. So, So please, if you are in Tennessee and know someone that would like to adopt and save a life, we have our friend here that needs it. So, final plea. His name is Ajax. He's 11 months old. He's a puppy. He's a puppy. people in these shelters are monsters. I know you guys probably get tired of me saying it, but this is the issue, right? This is the issue that we have. This happens every day. That's what I'm here for. This is what I'm here for. This is what this channel is here for. If we don't help the animals, who's going to? Who's gonna help them, right? So as much as I can get the word out, as much as I can get people to share, as much as I can try to get people into shelters, I'm going to do it. Because if I don't do it, who's going to? Who's going to step up? Who's going to help these animals? They need help. And you guys are part of that with me. You're my crew, right? And I appreciate that. I appreciate each and every one of you. All right, so let's get off that. Thank you, Kristy, for sharing that video on my Facebook. If you want to see it, please go to my Facebook. The link is up in the banner. And go to my Twitter if you want to see dogs at NYCACC who are going to... Today is Thursday. That means it's it's a list day. It's a list day, if you know what that means. I mean, I think we discussed what list means. It's not a good thing. So today is a list day at the NYCACC. If you know any fosters that can pull these dogs out this morning, please call and have them pulled, because today is a list day, which means some dogs have a strong possibility of losing their lives this afternoon, around noon Eastern. So please, if you can call, if you know a foster, if you know a New Hope rescue, please call them and ask them to pull the dogs that are on the list today for Thursday. All right? Thank you so much, everyone. Let's get to the trivia. Trivia question yesterday was, what live-action movie earned Disney its first PG-13 rating? What live-action movie got its first PG-13 rating? And that was Mulan. Mulan was the movie. Okay, so that is the answer. We will check out what people have said in comments in a second. First, I want to get to the new trivia question for today. If you are answering the trivia question, please put it in the comments of the Daily Show video. If you are watching the trivia question on a short, please do not put the answer in the short comments. There is a link in the description to the Daily Show. Please post your answer on the Daily Show video. Okay? The question for today, speaking of Mulan, is, what does Mulan call herself when pretending to be a man? What is her name when she pretends to be a man? Okay? That's the question for today. Let us read comments. We've got, starting at the top. Actually, it's starting at the bottom, but that's the oldest ones are first. So we read the oldest ones, because that means they post first. If you look at, make sure, if you guys don't understand how I choose the first 6 people, make sure that you go up to sort on the comments and make sure that you have the newest first. So the newest ones will be on top, and the oldest ones, where I choose from, will be on the bottom. So it's the first 6 of the oldest ones, because they're the first ones to post, right? So make sure you use the sort on the comments. We have a comment from Jen Smith. Jen Smith says, at Grayman Gaming, again, thank you, commenting on building too far into the sea, the video that I posted many, many months ago. That was one of my first Dreamlight videos, way back when, about 6 months ago. Holly Larson says, I caught this video at 5:30 a.m. Eastern Time. If you scheduled it for 7, the clock is off somewhere, for your information. No, I didn't. I recorded that on the video, and then I decided I wasn't going to schedule it. I was just going to post it, because I was already running into like the 5s. You know, I was hoping, but I stayed up. I stayed up, and I said, oh, never mind. So I did not schedule it. I just ran with it, and I posted it at 5:30 instead. But thank you, Holly. Everything was working fine. I just didn't follow what I said I was going to do because I decided to stay up and get things done. So I'm that kind of person. I can't go to sleep with, with things undone, with things that are unfinished. I have to get everything done, or I can't sleep. I'll have it on my mind, and I have to get up and do it anyway. So might as well just stay up and do it, right? Holly Larson also says Mulan was the first PG-13 rated live-action remake. That is correct. Thank you so much. You are number one, Holly, for today's trivia. Darcy Digiacomo says Mulan is the first to get a PG-13 rating. That is right. Number two for Darcy. Dakotatwilight, first PG-13 live-action remake of a cartoon-style movie is Mulan. Yes, number three. Good morning, says Pink Rose. Trivia answer is Mulan. Have a magical day. Yes, it is. Number four. Thank you, Pink Rose. Neojet, number five. My mom woke me up for trivia. The answer is Mulan. That is right. You are number five, Neojet. If I get points, yay. If I don't, oh well. I want to go back to bed, but I can't. Hello there. Today is Monday. Okay. Well, thank you, Neojet. And you got points. Number five. Pink Rose commenting on Disney Dreamlight Valley Daily Show trivia question of the day. Is that the short? That's a short, yeah. Pink Rose says very helpful. I hope so. Shorts are kind of odd. I don't know. They're very confining because you can only record them in a small little space. And there are some videos you just can't get right with them, so you can't do them because they look odd. It leaves out half the information. I guess they're meant to, record jokes and stuff, but I think it's easier if people just want the trivia question to go and do the trivia question. But you still have to post it in the comments of the Daily Show, so, it's just not as long, right? You can listen to it in a minute and be done. But, what do you guys want to get it over with? I mean, come on, listen to your old friend Gray every morning. You don't want to skip me, do you? You don't want to skip my show. Right? We have fun. We tried. I know we talk about some not so nice things when it comes to animal shelters, and that's the part, that's the Band-Aid part that we have to rip off and get over with and then get past it. So, yeah. But we do. We get past it. And but that's the reality of animal shelters and being an animal activist. That's the reality. Unfortunately, I can't stand it. Really, I can't. I don't like the reality. But if I decided not to do it, then who would do it, right? I mean, that I probably couldn't live with the guilt of just ignoring it. That's just me. Let's see. How many do we have? Were you number five, Neojet? I think you were number five. Let me count just to be sure. We've got Holly Larson is 1, Darcy Digiacomo is 2, Dakota is 3, Pink Rose is 4, Neojet's 5, and we have Kristy Crow is number 6. The last answer for points today, she says Mulan. That is correct. Thank you very much, Kristy Crow. We have Brenda McBride says, I'm just going to guess 101 Dalmatians. No, it's Mulan. Kristy Crow says, Indio, California is right. Okay. No doubt you heard of Coachella. Yes, I have. I am right across the street from it. Oh, that's very cool. Very nice. Shauna Rice says, I'm thinking Beauty and the Beast. No, it was Mulan. I don't know why Mulan got a PG-13 rating, but maybe because of violence? Could be. Neojet says, good morning or time of day, gamers. LOL, what I meant was we pre-ordered The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. There was a joke calling Breath of the Wild Breath of the Weeps. Okay. And when Tears of the Kingdom's name got dropped, Britain was in mourning because of the Queen. That was the joke, lol. Okay. So Breath of the Weaves, 2, Britain's been crying. Gotcha. I understand now. Breath of the Weaves 2, Britain's been crying. I don't have much else to say, you know. I do know. Have a magical Christmas day. Well, thank you, Neojet. Angela Davis says, good morning. For trivia, it is Mulan. It is Mulan, but the points have all been claimed for today's trivia. I believe she says. Good morning. For trivia, it is Mulan, I believe. Yes. Your videos are always a great start to my day. Well, thank you, Angela. I appreciate you saying that. I hope your meeting goes well. It did. It's over. I was very tired, and it was a long drive.
It's almost like we stepped inside
But,
imagination.
you know, some things have to be done. And there's a for Neojet. And that you have a magical day. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Angela. Red K5. Let me hit the read more here because it's okay. I sometimes watch he's commenting on Spring Has Sprung, the video. Red K5 says, I sometimes watch comics about animals on YouTube, and I remember one where the Grim Reaper asked a dog how did he die. The dog answered, I was hugging my best friend. His owner was saying goodbye to him with a hug at the vet, but the dog didn't know it. All he knew was he was hugging his best friend. I think that was humane. Yeah, but you're talking about a cartoon. You know, that's how we interpret it, okay? I don't know. I just can't. I mean, I wish they would come up with a different word. Humane it doesn't, killing anything to me, that's not, perhaps if the animal was suffering and it was in absolute pain and it couldn't be helped, okay, then maybe that's humane. That's a classification. But I'm talking about shelter animals that are healthy, like the dog we talked about earlier, Bowie, a 12-week-old healthy puppy. That is not humane to kill a puppy like that. I'm sorry, it's not. There's no way that can be classified as humane. Killing a young, even an old, healthy animal that has nothing wrong with it. I can understand if they're suffering. I get it. And if a dog is at a vet, it's probably suffering from something. Or, what else would you put it, out of its misery for? Why would you put a healthy dog down at a vet? Although some people might. But, again, we're talking about a cartoon. All he knew was that he was hugging his best friend. I think that was humane. It was a sad moment, but the dog didn't suffer. Well, do we know that? I don't know that personally. Does a dog suffer? We don't know the experience of death. As I don't know why I should really be talking about this on this channel because there's a lot of kids who. All right, we're gonna skip this. I just wish they would, whether or not they have to do it. I wish they would just lose the word humane because to me it doesn't make sense. If they have to do it, they have to do it. I will always be against. I will always be against dispatching a healthy, young or old, a healthy animal that has nothing wrong with it for no other reason than to make room for the next victim that's going to come into the shelter, right? That's what I mean. Let's just get rid of the word humanely euthanize, because if we humanely euthanize an animal who is suffering, which okay, then why don't we do it to people that are suffering, right? Why do people have to suffer when we give? See, these are arguments that I have no answers for. It's just what I read, what I see, and what I believe. Get rid of the word humane and just say that you kill an animal, because that's what you do, essentially. The dog's last moments were a happy memory. Yeah, but you're talking about a cartoon. We really don't know, right? We really don't know. Appreciate the comment, Red K5. All right, I gotta take a breath here. I'm gonna hyperventilate. I'm just like, no. No, I'm kidding. Shauna Rice says, this is the first time I'm giving the premium shop a tiny thumbs down. Oh, so are you saying you're unhappy with the premium shop, or do you actually have really small thumbs, Shauna? Do you have really tiny, tiny thumbs? I'm just kidding. I know what you mean. This is the first time I'm giving the premium shop a tiny thumbs down because I have all the stuff. Okay, yeah, I get it. That's what happens when they're repeating so early. Then they're bound to find people that already have everything, and so I don't know why why their choice is, why their inventory is so limited. You think they would have a larger, vast amount of inventory to put in the shop before they open the shop, right? It's like, oh, we have 9 items we're going to put in the shop, the premium shop. We're going to just keep on recycling it until everyone has all of them. Yeah, I don't get it either. Priscilla Alviar says, happy, very rainy day. Trivia is Curse of the Black Pearl. Oh, that would be a good one. It is a live action, but it's not a remake. Yeah, that would be a really good, that is PG-13 for sure. But no, it was Mulan. Thank you, Priscilla. Francine Talent is commenting on the new shop items are live, saying, so disappointing. Appreciated your first look, though. Thanks. Well, you're welcome. Thank you, Francine. Yeah, I know. It is a little disappointing to see everything is a repeat. Red K5 commenting on you just reminded me of a video that oh, wait, did we just read this? Oh, no. It's a different one. You just reminded me of a video that I saw. A dog was out in the cold and the owner was inside. The video was a sarcastic response to people angry at him because his dog was outside laying in the snow. Some dogs like the cold. That's true. There are like a lot of sled dogs in Alaska that actually sleep out in the snow. The dog had a doggy door to come in and go as he pleased. Okay, well, that's fine. And water inside. You can also see another dog on the couch inside. Yeah, no, that's fine. If they have access and they just want to be outside, there's nothing wrong with that. That's perfectly fine. I'm talking about people that leave their animals out chained to a tree or chained to a doghouse. I mean, at least a doghouse has some shelter, but when it's below zero out, that, unless it's insulated or heated, doesn't really do a lot. They freeze inside. If it's really hot out, okay, it provides some shade. But even then, I have to ask that if people have a dog that is tied outside, if they don't pay any attention to it, if it's just a lawn ornament, then why bother having it in the first place? Oh, look, there's my chest. Well, thank you for putting it right out here in front of me. There's a good 50. But yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not talking about like animals that can go, that can come and go of their own free will. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's the ones that are tied on a chain that are out there day after day after day. Have you ever seen the ones that are out there and they have like a path that is worn in the ground and it's like half a foot deep because they've been running back and forth on their chain and they've worn a path into the ground? That shouldn't happen. That means your dog has been out there way too long. And it's a lawn ornament. Time to bring it inside or time to pass it on to a caring owner, because if your dog is tied out there and you don't pay it any mind and you haven't seen your dog only to water it and feed it, hopefully you do that at least, the bare minimum, then you don't belong having a dog. That's the way I see it. Why? Why would anyone have a dog that they see once a day when they water it and then that's it? Is it because they fear there's some prowlers around? Maybe the dog will bark. Well, get a security camera. I've got security cameras all over my property, everywhere. So, and I also have dogs, and I can tell you the security cameras are a lot quicker than the dogs. If I see a squirrel, or no, I mean, if there's a squirrel on my property, I know about it within, half a second, right? So, yeah. All right. Well, thank you for that, Red K5. Appreciate the comment. Kristy Crow says, I have thought about getting the villainous outfit. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Now's your chance. So I might this week, not sure yet. I kind of like it. There you go. A little villainous in Kristy. Red K5 says, a character on a TV, this is on video. A character on a TV show went to TV jail for euthanizing her brother, even though she was asked to by him. It's happened. It's real. I mean, there are people that have their relatives, where they're in so much pain or whatnot that they ask to be. This is really serious for the Daily Show. I'm sorry. Yeah, we'll talk about it. A character on a TV show went to TV jail for euthanizing her brother, even though she was asked to by him. He had a terminal illness and wanted to go out while he was still himself. Okay. I thought that was messed up. I still don't understand why did she get punished for being a good citizen? Because she can't take a life. That's why. I think there needs to be an exception to that law. I think in Canada there is. I think they have that right to whatever. I don't want to elaborate on it because I don't want to scare people or I don't want to scare kids. But I think they have that in Canada, and it's a very hot topic. Or it has been for a long time. But, and I'm going to give that a big because I don't have any clue. I was using that as a point to say, why do we say that it's humane for an animal to be alleviated? Okay, I'm going to use the word just to keep it kind of friendly here. Alleviated, because I don't want kids to be like, oh my, alleviated, where we don't alleviate humans that are, yeah. So let's just, whew. I don't even know what to say about this. Let's see. Nooner with Gray, Red K5 says, I sadly usually lose mine, I'm assuming his moonstones, because I don't want all the items. I think the Halloween Star Path was the first time I didn't lose them. Okay. So you let them time out. Okay, I get you. Red K5 says, I guess I had no excuse for being late to your videos because I'm usually up at 3 a.m. or earlier because of insomnia. Can we just blame YouTube? Sure, we can blame YouTube. Insomnia. I used to have a problem with insomnia. Now I just, I sleep very, very little. I sleep 3 hours a day usually because I'm so hyper and I have a lot to do. And look at this. See? I have a lot to do. Look at right here. Look at all this mess. Wow. Overnight, and it gets crazy. It gets crazy. I even took out my fishing pole. I'm not going to make this, am I? Nope, I missed it. I missed it. Oh, well. So yeah, I mean, that's how often I sleep. Very, very little. Where are we? I guess I had no excuse. Okay. Red K5 says, Eric mentioned Max. Meanwhile, I'm still waiting for Scrooge to remember that he has grandnephews. That's right. That's right. I don't know if he will. I don't know if he will, Red K5. If he's going to remember. Let's see. Cindy Creeville answers Mulan. Have a great day, y'all. Thank you, Cindy. That uh, those points have been given away. I'm having a hard time talking right now because I'm still just, I guess we have to understand there are going to be some adult topics on this channel. It's how we present them, and I'm sure that there's a lot of kids these days that are more or less that have grown up on the internet and they've seen a lot worse. It's still G-rated. It's still within, I guess, the parameters of the family. It's just stuff that I don't think is, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth if that's to talk about that all the time. But I guess it's just stuff that comes as a part of trying to clear out these shelters, trying to get people to rescue these animals before the worst happens to them. So I guess I don't know what else to say about it. I'm gonna just try to treat it lighter from now on because
I've completed my patrol.
it
All's
gets
quiet in this
too
quadrant.
dark sometimes. And I hate when things get dark. I'm sure a lot of people hate when things get dark. Anyway, Peter Ferguson says, got all the items from the shop. Oh, congratulations, Peter. And you are the last comment of the day. That seemed like a lot of comments. I appreciate everyone for giving their opinions, their comments, their critiques. Thank you so much. And, of course, their trivia answers. Let us go to the shop here and see what Scrooge has today. I feel like my mind is all... I had a long day yesterday, and I'm extremely tired.
I hope there's no elite
So you'll have to excuse my jumbled brain for today. I have no other excuse other than I have been up for a long time, and I am extremely exhausted. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I'm starting to lose my voice. Today, 40,000 on the showcase window. That's a lot of cannolis. We have the Scarlet Showman's gown from Mickey and Friends. All right.
Thank you kindly.
We have over here, my voice is really starting to go. 3,000 for the black jean overalls. Okay.
Goodbye now. Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
Greetings, neighbor.
Black headband. No affiliation for 300. We've got 1425 for this lovely red turn the page earrings. Turn the page, is that like Bob Seger? Beauty and the Beast.
Thank you kindly.
4,000 for
Good day
the
to you.
black lace-up combat boots from Wreck-It Ralph.
Goodbye now.
Okay, we have 750 for these
greetings,
green woven
neighbor.
sandals.
Thank you kindly.
1275
Good day to
for
you.
the purple high-waisted jean shorts.
Bye-bye.
12,000 for the orange eco suit from Wall-E.
Bye-bye now.
2,600 for the white
greetings,
sunny
neighbor.
slacks, the Lion King. White sunny slacks. I wonder what makes them sunny. 1,200 for
Good day
the
to you.
red drapery. That's new from Toy Story. I'll take it. I haven't seen drapery here before.
Hey.
I mean, I have in real life, but not online, not on,
Thank you kindly.
in this game. 750 for
Greetings,
the
neighbor.
pale wooden chevron floor. You should always buy flooring, and it'll make Scrooge happy. That's all that matters. That Scrooge is happy. For 6,400 for this
Good day to you.
glass door bookcase from Tangled. I like that. I'm going to buy it. You're welcome,
now.
Scrooge. 3520. See, I'm even reading backwards right now. That's how tired I am. So,
Good day to you.
octopus table from The Little Mermaid. That we have seen before. I wouldn't want that in my living
Thank
room.
you
It's
kindly.
too creepy. I don't like tentacles. 2,400 for a
greetings, neighbor.
meal in a cup from Wall-E.
Bye-bye now.
1,000 for
Greetings,
the
neighbor.
rounded frame from Mickey and Friends.
Whoa!
Oh, I think I already own that, and I
Thank
bought
you
it by
kindly.
accident. 900
Good day,
for
dear.
the book pile from the Sword and the Stone. I wish they'd put more
No,
stuff in here from the Sword and the Stone. That'd be awesome.
Thank you kindly.
360 for
Hello.
the checkerboard from Mickey and Friends.
No,
Oh, I hope there's no leak in my money bin.
660
Greetings,
for the
neighbor.
large oval medium wood dining table.
thank you kindly.
1650
Good day,
for
dear.
the large concrete dining table. There's a lot of dining tables here today. We have the 1350 for
Oh,
the
greetings,
large
neighbor.
white modern L couch.
Ah. Goodbye now. Toodaloo.
4600 for the
Greetings,
hyper
neighbor.
sleeper from Wall-E.
Thank you kindly.
And we've got 6,000 for the
Greetings, neighbor.
carved wooden sofa from the Lion King. That is going to do it for Scrooge's daily inventory. Let's go outside
Goodbye
and
now.
end the daily show on a good note. And there we go. Look, the sun is out. We're ready to go. It's spring. I hope you all have a magical Thursday. Take some of that magic, spread it to your family, your friends, your pets, everyone that you meet today. Wish them a magical day, because that, my friends, is how we change the world. One person at a time. Let's do it. Let's go out and save some animals. Please, please try to get to an animal shelter this weekend. Take a picture so you can win an extra few bucks if you win the trivia. I want to say right off that some of the things that I believe in, some of the things that I state are my own beliefs. By no means do I expect everyone to have the same beliefs as me, and I believe that we can have discussions and you don't have to agree with them, and we can still remain friends. We don't have to treat them as if they're going to divide us. We still have the main goal, the same main goal. And I'm sorry, I'm so tired that I'm just gonna flub up the words, but we still have the same goal, and that's to save lives, and that's all that matters, that we save lives. We can disagree on some things. You can not like some of the things I say, but we can still be friends, and we can still do what we come here to do and say, look at this, how did I leave that there? That's to save animals' lives. That's it. And to have fun, play games. And we're going to keep on doing that. So if I said some things that you don't agree with, I apologize. But I apologize for saying them. I won't apologize for believing in them, because that is truly the honest me telling you how I feel about certain things. And, and I respect the way that you feel about them as well. And as long as we have that mutual respect, we're always going to be friends and chums and hanging out and having fun. So appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for your comments, your critiques, your opinions. I'm going to go to bed, okay? I'm going to go to bed so I can speak right again, or, as best as I can. But I will see you all later on today or on the Daily Show tomorrow morning. Y'all have a wonderful, magical Thursday.